Okay, so hello everyone. I hope you all are doing fine in your life and achieving the goals. So today's topic of the video is actually going to be a suggestion, uh, and which is was made on through a comment, and the question was like how to overcome social anxiety. So I don't have a proper answer right now, uh, but I do think that I may have opinion on it and how it can be improved upon. So if we talk about social anxiety now, it's not something that you can't like. It is very inherited. It is actually a process you have to go through. Social anxiety is a result of a lot of factors, I would say. When you are when you are talking to a lot of people, uh, you become like socially, a socially a very extrovert kind of person. But when you are very isolating, when you have not talked to a lot of people, then you definitely, when you think a lot in your back of the mind to like, should I say it, should I not, then of course it's not possible. So one thing you have to ready, if you have to improve upon this particular thing, that is to overcoming social anxiety, is going to be actually try to overcome that. And you have to face the problems as they are. They are not going to be fixed by themselves. uh, One thing, so the first thing which I want you and anyone who is trying to overcome social anxiety is going to be that start uh, start cutting off the factors which are making you socially introvert, which are making you think the same things twice, thrice, four times even, and make your decisions as fast as possible. And I'm not talking about decisions which are like, which are very, which do depend times. I'm talking about decisions who which should be taken ASAP. So for example, if a teacher is teaching in class, he asks a question, you may or may not know the answer, but you maybe that you my answer might be right. So you do think that, should I answer it or not? And then suddenly, like, the 3 seconds pass away and one person is like this and he says the answer. Then the teacher says that you are wrong. So then you think that you may also be wrong, so why waste energy? And then the other person takes the opportunity. What I want you is that to participate in conversations more, to be wrong, to be as wrong as you can be. The problem really lies in pretending that you know, but the problem does not lie and is actually good if you don't know that thing, but you may have an idea about it and you try to frame it as it may be an answer. If you are going to answer something like anyhow, like मुझे तो कुछ करना है, तो it is not going to work out. You do have to know something. uh, Please try to construct the answer which is meaningful. You may be wrong, and be ready to accept the defeat. Yeah. So that is one thing which you have to really work on. Be ready to accept the defeat. Participate more. It can be in any way. You may feel like you are clowning, you are trying very hard, but it just comes in again and again. Apart from that, the thing is that you have to really work on building your surroundings more. Try to join some classes, try to join some community, a local group, and talk to them. When you are talking to in front of two people, then you three, four, and then as you increase now, your confidence builds up gradually. It's not a problem that you have to, like, when you, like, of course, totally go in public, then it is going to be a problem. But if we have to talk about, like, you gradually increase the level, then it's of course going to benefit you. uh, if we talk about if I talk about myself, I was I joined this particular academy called Talent Academy. It was like it is near Suggestive hospital, and it's a free one if you want to join it. It may be a promotion or something, but it is actually a pretty good academy, and you may find me if you like live in Bhopal. So that particular place is really good. If you want to improve upon, it is cheap. It is actually free, really. It's just a registration amount that is 1,000. You can just come to for a lifetime. But what, even if you don't do that, just join a community, make a group or something, and participate more. Second thing I want you is that uh, leave on cut out things which are actually getting your energy, tying you up, absorbing you totally, and which are not useful at all. You know what I'm talking about. uh, the thing which I have seen in a lot of young people is that they don't think critically. They don't have any thought process. I'm not saying that this is a totally wrong. This is that that it is like their fault, the fault that they are not doing this. Of course, they are different from me. They have a different mindset. They have a different path to achieve the same goal. But what I do want to focus is on that whenever you are trying to improve now, you do have to cut some things off. You just have to. Let's talk about then one then only. Uh, it is consuming a lot of kids these days, and they are becoming socially anxious more and more day by day. They don't want to participate in conversations. They think that if I speak, what will happen and all that. And then they are not able to make a female conversation a better female conversation. And one more thing which I would like to add is that if you have to really improve now, they just start. Like the best method is, according to me, is that go randomly to a particular place, maybe a particular place which is like a little bit common, and for example, let's just take a institute or something. You go to institute, there is a lot of people come, females specifically. They do dress up not a lot nicer than men, and you can just give them compliments. Yes, you can just you can go to like, by the way, nice top. And they would definitely, and generally they respond in such a way, either they are going to like totally ignore you because they are just what just happened, because they did not expect it. Okay? It is like out of the blue for them. Or second of thing, if they are just going to listen that up, they have to answer quickly. So they do answer. One thing is that thank you. Now what it does is, now it builds a confidence in you. And the second thing is that it just, first of all, like, builds up a confidence. And the second thing is that the other person does not feel alien to you. Then it just feels a person. It's just starting. And when you start doing, then you will like gradually go up to the conversation level. Of course, be ready to get as many defeat as you would be, as many rejections as you can get, and try to improve in that. Next thing, social funda, is that overcoming social anxiety, you do have to do one thing only, that is participate more. Okay. And yes, for I would actually really would want to work on this problem, and I do think that I can provide value here. Uh, we have something called PPDT classes going on, where we actually, it's actually a SSB type one, where you really do discuss a lot of things. We have picture perception tests. You can just search about SSB and then you will get the idea. But yeah, I would definitely would like to share some things about them. It And even like from my side, I would try to start something up as soon as a little bit of audience is actually engaged, so that we do have even if it is a small community of 5-6 people, it will do. That would actually help curate more meaningful conversations, and it would also help me gain what are the actual problems which people want answers to. Of course, I'm not a some Baba or something. I don't have any point. But what do I do think is that when as a community we grow together now, we are actually trying to fix. Uh, you know, we are helping each other to fix themselves. Uh, Being respectful, parallelly to that, and that's what I'm trying to do. When we just create a little bit of audience, engage audience around, then we are going to do activities, we are going to do live conversations, we are going to have meets, and it will be good. You would be able to even tackle this social anxiety issue. And last thing which I like even came in my mind was that just take some friends, like go in a friend group. If it is 3 or 4 people, it is going to do. When you are in a friend group, you become a little more extrovert, because of course it's a group. And what try to do is that environment around that extroversion which is in the particular group, use it so to talk to other persons. When you're going with a group, like, when you're going with a group and you see that a teacher is coming, so you just say, good morning, and your group is of course going to follow you good morning, because if they don't, they are actually disrespecting the teacher. They are saying that the teacher does not exist. So that just puts you off of like another level. You have to be initiative for this too, and you just have to participate. You have to be ready to get rejected. You have to be ready to be not answered. You have to move on thing. You don't have to keep that mind process क्या उसने जवाब नहीं दिया नहीं यार. You have to just move on. You have to just move on. And something like very common, you may have done a lot of bad things, you may have a lot of negative things, but you have to move on. You have to go for the best, and that's what going to make you a good personality, I would say, and overcome social anxiety. Thank you for watching. If you have watched this whole thing, I don't think you maybe have, because whatever I just do boast is like my thought process only. It's not something very mature of it. And yeah, of course there are a lot of people, but I do think that there would come a time when I do have something to say a lot more than I have now. Trying to build up knowledge. Okay, so thank you for watching.